Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Virus here, and today I'm going to bring you the highly anticipated, highly asked for, my UMG, MOG, and rank play class setup video. I failed making this video 5 times already, so I'm just going to get right to the point and get going so I don't fuck up again. Anyway, remember, if you enjoy my videos, guys, to leave a like, comment, also subscribe if you're new to my channel. Likes really help the channel to grow, and I'd really appreciate any support I can get. Thank you, guys. Anyway, let's get into this video. So, I'm going to be showing you my UMG, MOG, and rank play class setups, like I just said. I'll show you my search ones and then my hardpoint ones. I mean, Uplink and CTF, I pretty much use a variation of the search and hardpoint mixed. So, I don't actually have specific classes for those two game modes because you don't really need them. I mean, you use the same stuff in all the game modes pretty much, just different perks, abilities, and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get into this video. So, starting off, I'm using the Bal 27 with foregrip, stock, and quick draw. That's my favorite setup for it. It's also preferred by a lot of competitive players. I've seen people use foregrip, stock, and red dot, or quick draw, stock, and laser sight, but that's my favorite setup. I'm using lightweight, fast hands, toughness, and blast suppressor as the perks. Lightweight because you don't need low profile or anything like that because you're playing rank play, and people can't use UAVs. So I'm using lightweight as perk 1, like I said. Fast hands as perk 2, as you can reload while you're sprinting, and use your exo abilities faster, which is a huge help, especially in search and hardpoint. That's why I always run fast hands. And perk 3, I always run toughness and blast suppressor. Toughness and blast suppressor are an absolute must when playing competitively, especially in search. Blast suppressor, it's like, if you don't have blast suppressor, you're pretty much not going to do anything good, because they know where you are at all times. So, that's the perk setup. Also, for my abilities, I'm going to be using overclock and with tactician to throw on exo mute. This is kind of my rush class with an AR. As you can see, I'm using overclock to rush, and exo mute, just like blast suppressor, it is a must for search. Let's get to class 2. Class 2 is the same exact setup, everything except the weapon. This one is more rushing, like I just said, compared to an AR. AR is kind of like rush and play it out. This is just straight out rush. It's the ASM one with foregrip, advanced rifling, and quick draw. That's the best setup for it. You can use red dot, but it doesn't really do anything because the accuracy is already good on it. So I would stick with that. Now, class 3, this is my rush playing class. I'm always taking the bombs in search. I'm like the official bomb carrier, I guess you can call me. I'm titled, bro. Get off me. No, but so I'm gonna be using the ASM one foregrip and advanced rifling because you don't really need quick draw, but you're gonna be staying at distance to help protect the bomb and make sure people don't get on the bomb. So you don't need quick draw. Foregrip and advanced rifling is the way to go with this. Then I'm gonna use lightweight and flat jacket. Flat jacket for obvious reasons. Survive grenade kills and pretty much explosions in general. I have perk 2 as fast hands yet again. I always use fast hands like I told you in the beginning. And perk 3 is going to be hardwire and blast suppressor. As you can see, I don't have toughness on. That is because this is a rush planting class. And if, as you can see in my exo ability, I have trophy system on. If that thing gets 2 hits and it's gone, I need something to protect myself from stuns. So that's why I'm using hardwire instead of toughness. So those are my perks, and then the same thing. Exo ability will be overclock because I'm rush planting, and exo ability, like I just said, is trophy system for reasons of rush planting and pretty much defending myself. Now, class number 4. This is going to be a double Samtex nade class. I'm using the ASM one, same setup, foregrip, advanced rifling, quick draw. That doesn't really change, and it's the same perks and exo ability. So I'm taking off overclock and is throwing on exo mute by itself, taking off lightweight, throwing on danger close by itself, and throwing 2 Semtex grenades on. The reason why I run Semtex on this class and not frags is because it's more close quarter, and you're going to be more up close, so a Semtex is more useful, I guess you could say, in my opinion. Now the class 5, it's the same exact setup. Like I said, I use the same stuff pretty much, just different variations. Same thing, Bal 27, foregrip, stock, and quick draw. Perk 1, danger close. Perk 2, fast hands. Perk 3, blast suppressor and toughness. Perk 4, yeah, there's a perk 4, guys. Exo ability is going to be exo mute, like I have for this class. But this, I'm using double frags because it's a longer range. I'm using an AR. And if you're playing like a map like Recovery, when it's kind of longer range towards bombs, like where you defend by, or if you want to like nade off the spawn point, frags are definitely the way to go. I've hit a couple of, like my friend actually hit a triple frag on A once. It was insane. It actually won the game for us. It was ridiculous. I was like, no way. He was going off. It was insane. Anyway, let's keep going. So, this class I usually use for Recovery and Detroit Search. This is the class setup I usually use. I used to use the Millie with thermal and foregrip. You're like, Virus using the Millie? Hell yeah, it fucking melts and it's unreal. It's a freaking laser. So I'm using the Millie, foregrip, and thermal with overkill and rocking the ASM one with just foregrip. Sometimes I put this advanced rifling on, but I've noticed that foregrip is a lot better, obviously. It gives you better accuracy. And that's the two guns I'm going to be using. Perks, lightweight like usual, fast hands like usual, toughness, blast suppressor like usual. I can't stress this enough. Those are the best perks to use for search unless you're running nades or planting the bomb. They need flat jacket and or danger close. Exo ability is just going to be mute by itself instead of overclock, and I use a smoke grenade for a reason. When I'm playing recovery, I'll give you a little inside addition. When I'm playing recovery, I always push out of my spawn and smoke left side A, and lay down with the thermal and melee and cover street, because you know they usually snipe from dome. So I'm always covering that street with the thermal, and I can usually pick off 2 or 3 guys even sometimes, depending how much they rush. And then I can always swap over to right side of the wall and cover A bomb with the thermal with me just peeking my little head out. They really can't see me then unless they have a sniper. So it's great for defending the bombs and just great in general, especially with the help of the ASM one. If you have to run into a building, you have the SMG to help you out there. So perfect setup for there, guys. This is going to be my last search class, sniper SMG combination. Using the Moors, obviously. I don't use thermal. I like variable zoom better, in my opinion. I tried thermal. Yeah, it has better accuracy, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of thermal for competitive play. I'm more of a variable zoom. And then ASM one again with foregrip, obviously. Then the perk setup is pretty much the same as the beginning. Lightweight, fast hands, toughness, blast suppressor, exo mute, overclock. Keep repeating myself, and people are like, Virus, you're a fucking weirdo. You're repeating yourself 25 times. But hey, this is what I use. And as you can see from my videos, I drop at least 10 plus games in UMG, MLG, and ranked play in general in search. So they work for me, and I'm sticking with what works for me. I mean, this is pretty much what all the competitive players use to begin with, but a little twist and turns with my setup sometimes. Now on to like the Hardpoint, CTF, and uplink classes. They're pretty much all the same. So I'm going to be rocking the Bow 27. This is my Hardpoint with stock, foregrip, and quick draw. Sometimes I use laser sight because it's close quarters Hardpoint. With the laser, it gives you better accuracy, but sometimes when you're rushing in and people are defending the outside, you need to hit them at distance, and the foregrip definitely helps with that. So I suggest using that setup. Then lightweight flat jacket, obviously it's to survive Semtex and grenades. Fast hands, like I said, must. Running, using exo abilities. Then hardwire and toughness. As you can see, I do not have blast suppressor on, and in my opinion, you don't need blast suppressor in hardpoint because it is all action all over the place, and they know you're going to be pushing the hardpoint if you're not already. So it's really no surprise and sneak element within it. You know what I'm trying to say? Unless you're like trying to surprise rotate 20 seconds earlier or something. You know what I mean? But that's the setup I use. Also, hardwire I really like because they always stun you in hardpoint. It's like stun, 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 stun. And that saves you from all the trouble as well. Now, same thing like in search. Same class setup, just with a submachine gun. This is for like maps like Detroit. Maybe certain parts of Retreat you can use it. Solar Pool, I like to use the ASM one. And the second hardpoint by, I call it Water Cooler, Water Tower. B-bomb search, that area. So I'm using an ASM one, foregrip, laser, and quick draw. Now, as you can see, I do not have advanced rifling on. That's because in hardpoint, it's more close quarters, like I said before, and I don't need advanced rifle for the ASM one. I noticed the laser sight actually gives you better accuracy aiming down sights instead of hip firing, and better accuracy hip firing. So it's pretty much a double win-win, and it really helps. Then the last class setup, same setup. Like I said, same perks. There's no need to change perks, just guns. I'm using the Millie. I'm not using thermal for this. I just use quick draw, stock, and foregrip. Because this way, if you want to kind of rush into the hard point, you can aim down sight faster with quick draw. Move while aiming down sight with stock, and foregrip for that accuracy. It's actually a really beast setup. I dropped like 40 kills and like a firmly 4v4 the other day, a scrim. It's a really good setup. But anyway, that is the class setup, guys. As you can see, I'll just run through the classes real quick again. That's what I use for my UMG, MOG, and rank play. You guys are probably like, I didn't know you use the same stuff mainly, and I do use the same stuff pretty much. There's no reason to change it around. This is what works for me, And if you're new to UMG and stuff, use those class setups. It'll actually help you a lot. That's what I started with, and I actually saw that as I progressed through like my competitiveness, I guess you can call it, I stuck to them because that's what I played best with. So if you don't like these classes, guys, or you think maybe you want to use different attachments and stuff, you can play around it. And I'm not saying you must use this. It's just my classes and how I play in my opinion. And yeah. So remember, if you enjoyed this video, to leave a like, comment, and also subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your boy Virus, and I'm out. Peace.